while some people, the Donald Trumps of the world, seem to believe only the best about themselves, others seize on the most self-critical thoughts they can come up with. And they fall short at every social interaction they have.
Yes.
And it starts at a young age. According to a study at the University of Texas, up to 50% of adolescent girls have body image concerns.
Yeah.
Up to 70% of girls say they would take a pill to lose 5 pounds. With male, it's maybe 15%. And puberty moves young men toward the ideal male body image, strong and muscled. And if they don't live up to that ideal, they suffer for the rest of their lives. 87.9% of adult people let a lack of self-esteem hold them back.
87.
And this is a recent survey.
So the common thread in all of this seems to be low opinion and evaluation of oneself, which again is low self-esteem.
Well, it's all about self-esteem. Men and women suffer equally from the lack of self-esteem. Women obsess about their appearance, and they feel inadequate because they don't look like supermodels. And they also feel inadequate at work, but research proves that men feel the same. Being in the company of women heightens male anxieties, and sometimes even a night out with their mates doesn't help. 1 in 4 men think they're useless at sex, blaming movies and shows such as Sex and the City for increasing female expectations to unrealistic levels. Men think that other men, their bosses for example, are much more confident than they are. And because men are usually poor at communicating their emotions and discussing how they feel with each other, their self-esteem just withers. There's a list of aids that men use as confidence boosters. A third wear lucky jewelry. And most worrying, 1 in 5 admit to wearing lucky pants.
Yeah, and the media doesn't help a bit. Don't think those chunky blokes in Dolce & Gabbana underwear ads haven't had the same airbrushing as females in Vogue, because they do. Every week the papers and magazines and many of the reality shows keep presenting to us perfect looking human bodies. Men and women who look so perfect that most of us were left way out in the duster. We deal with a culture where we have elevated the body's perfection to levels impossible to achieve. But this makes many of us feeling inadequate and lacking this or lacking that.
Doctors are treating an increasing number of men under 40 for sexual dysfunction. Not necessarily because they're dysfunctional, but because the promise of having to be perfect all the time, on command, has made many young men feel totally inadequate and insecure.
Okay, so for example, the number of cosmetic surgery and other cosmetic procedures have increased enormously in the last 5 years. And it is not only women who have cosmetic procedures, the number of men has also increased dramatically.
Yes, but most of the time the problem is a deep-seated low self-esteem. If it is, cosmetic surgery won't compensate. It'll never be enough. It'll never look good enough.
Mm-hmm.
So it is worse when people feel, it is worse when people also feel stuck. They have no options. They feel trapped and they don't know how to proceed or even how to find information about their choices.
Oh, you mean in careers or at work?
Yeah, in careers, at work, or even in their family life.
Absolutely. How many salespeople whose income is directly dependent on their number of sales miss out and limit themselves because of their low self-esteem and self-confidence? And not only that they don't make sales, but then, because their income is reduced, the car they wanted will have to wait. The new house remains floating somewhere in an uncertain future, or even worse, maybe never. And the vacation they wanted to take will happen close by rather than overseas. How many good, otherwise excellent professionals make terrible managers because of their low self-esteem and self-confidence?
Correct, yes.
How many promotions that you were supposed to get were given to someone else because you could not muster the courage to ask for them? And this is the problem people have when they're feeling this way. People don't know what to do. They don't realize that the source of their problems is connected to their own self-esteem or their own self-confidence. And so they end up blaming everybody else. They end up jealous and frustrated and overworked and distressed and even aggressive and defensive about how they feel about themselves. Many people are so used to masking the feelings of inferiority that they put on a face of self-assuredness.
It's all a faith, yeah.
They're almost disconnected as to the deep source of disappointment and dissatisfaction. But this remains inside them nevertheless, unless attended to properly. Many never talk about how bad they feel inside, and so they hide it forever from their family, from their work colleagues.
But there must be some life experiences that could signal to us that one of our problems comes from low self-esteem.
I think so, yes. Ask yourself if you've had any of the following experience. Have you grown up with abusive or careless parents? Have you experienced feelings of anger, depression, anxiety, or emotional outbursts when later you wondered, why did you react that way?
Oh.
Or think of it. Have you felt a lack of self-confidence in even trying to make the kind of money you felt you deserve at work? Or are you feeling worried or even fearful about your and your family's safety? Or afraid you can't give your children the life you felt they deserve?
That's terrible.
What about feeling awkward or nervous or shy in social services and in social situations when interacting with new people? Are you afraid of speaking your mind in public? Maybe you're fearful of your daily work tasks, such as dealing with customers at work. Or perhaps you're feeling demotivated and not being able to look people in the eye.
Right, yeah.
You know, this one may be more particular to women. Feelings of guilt or remorse without any particular reason.
No, it happens to men too. Maybe not so often, or maybe it's buried deeper down, or maybe men can separate themselves better from what's in their unconscious mind.
Oh, yeah.
Feelings of self-doubt. I'm not good enough to finish that task, for example. I'm extremely self-conscious, worried about what others would say.
You are self-confident.
As you can see, there are so many other people and there's so many other causes for low self-esteem. And we've already talked about the devastating effects that they can have on your life.
Yeah, I can only imagine what it must be like to live a life having to deal with all the issues like the ones that you just mentioned. But then what can you do?
Well, I just wanted to say, enough on the negativity. Let's talk about what life can be like when you have confidence in everything you do. And how you can get there a lot faster than you probably think.
Okay, I'm going to say this right now. Before I tried timeline therapy, nearly every single product, every single book, every single seminar I tried to use to increase my self-confidence just didn't work.
Well, this is because timeline therapy is unique. There's no other technique that can do what timeline therapy does. There are many other beautiful techniques out there, old and new, that are helpful to a certain degree. But timeline therapy is the only technique that makes limiting beliefs and decisions about oneself disappear so completely that they never return. Negative thoughts, emotions, and behaviors are all eliminated. And here's the big thing. Not only in the moment, but also from all of your past, self-sabotaging behaviors actually disappear.
So what exactly is timeline therapy? How would you define it?
Timeline therapy is a simple, easy, natural technique that allows us to let go of negative emotions, like anger, sadness, fear, and guilt. It allows us to let go of limiting decisions like I'm not good enough, or I can't do this. And it allows us to create our future the way we want it. So it's a very simple set of processes that allow us to create whatever we want in our future. And from the timeline therapy point of view, low self-esteem and low confidence are limiting decisions. See, there was a time before which you didn't have low self-esteem. When you were a baby, you didn't feel bad about yourself. You didn't feel less than other people. You didn't feel you don't deserve something or that you'll never amount to anything. But then there came a time when something happened to you, and as a result of that, you maybe decided you weren't good enough. Maybe you felt terrible about yourself, and so then the lack of self-esteem began from there.
Okay, so how would you, without giving away too much of the process, how would you assist someone to let go of those feelings, the low self-esteem, and all of their problems associated with it?
Well, there are two ways of doing this. We can do it during one of our weekend seminars called The Secret of Creating Your Future. And here we do it together during the weekend. That seminar is a fun, easy, enjoyable seminar where we assist you to discover the root cause. The very first time you made a decision to not have good self-esteem. And we'll show you how to replace it with something positive for you. Something that will serve you in the present, but also in the future for the rest of your lives. The only limitation for the weekend is that all we have together is 2 days.
Once you overcome your limiting beliefs, here are just a few of the many wonderful changes that you'll begin to notice immediately. Instead of dreading each new day, you'll wake up excited about life and how you're going to meet and all the other people, overcome the challenges of the day head on. You'll find that you're naturally outgoing and people want to be near you. You'll never worry about what others think about you. You'll find that you connect with people on a much deeper level. And it's going to be effortlessly done. You'll effortlessly meet new people. Existing relationships become deeper and more rewarding than ever before. You'll hold your head high and smile when you walk. You'll look forward to the new adventures that every day brings.
You'll feel that there's nothing really that you can't accomplish yourself, and you'll find yourself highly motivated to do whatever it takes to accomplish your dreams in life. Fear of failure will be completely eliminated from your life. You'll have the ability to think clearly no matter how much pressure you're under, and you'll always be confident that you'll end up coming to the right decision.
So even if you grow up shy, much like myself, you will notice all feelings of shyness just disappear.
Absolutely. If you do the whole process fully and completely. Absolutely. The easiest way is to learn how to do timeline therapy yourself. And then, the moment an issue appears, you can let it go yourself. Plus, you can help those around you.
Many people experience for the first time that their negative views of life are replaced by a newfound sense of optimism. You'll feel there's nothing you can't accomplish if you really want it. And you know, these are just a few of the many wonderful things that myself and thousands of others have experienced. When you feel confident in yourself, you'll start to see the world in a brand new way, and you're going to wonder, how comes that I couldn't see this before?
So you experience no more unnecessary fear.
Well, not only that, you'll have a newfound enthusiasm for life. The best way I can explain it is like waking up for a bad dream, to find an exciting new world full of love and limitless opportunities. Finding a new you.
This almost sounds too good to be true. I'm almost skeptical. Somebody says that they can fix that, and it's not a struggle. It's easy. I mean, on one hand, I'd like it to be easy, but on the other hand, I don't really think it's possible.
Yeah, it is possible, and it's not too easy. It's only our beliefs that we can't do anything about that stop us from doing that, and I'm not the first to tell you that. We love to hear empowering words like, you can do it, or whether you believe you can or believe you can't, you get to be right.
Well, according to common beliefs in society, nothing can ever really get rid of low self-esteem, unless a bunch of pills you take for the rest of your life to master symptomology, and even that does not work most of the time, because it does not solve the real issue.
The common beliefs are very narrow and restricted. It's almost like people are afraid to even try, because they tried so much in the past and they didn't succeed. But the ones of us who do something about it realize it was always in our power to change it. But we didn't know how. And after you learn timeline therapy, it becomes, of course I can do this. It may sound too good to be true, because you sit here and you prefer to believe that you're condemned for life, that you're a failure, or that you can't be as you wish you could be.
Oh, good. Well, tell me a little bit more about timeline therapy.
These are proven methods, tested and verified with thousands of people. I invented timeline therapy in 1986 and wrote the book in 1987, 88, and since 1989 I've taught this seminar to literally thousands and thousands of people all over the world. This is not something that appeared yesterday as a quick fix. The method is based on tested and verified experience, and it's been so successful that for the last 21 years thousands of people have used it successfully all over the world.
So why the traditional treatments for low self-esteem just don't work?
Well, I had a period of my life when I suffered of very low self-confidence and low self-esteem. At some point it got so bad that I knew I had to do something. And first, when I began searching for ways to overcome my self-confidence issues, I tried pretty much everything. I had good friends who are psychiatrists. I tried working with them. Then I bought literally every self-book I could get my hands on. And as nice as they are, to be honest, they were pretty much all more or less telling me the same thing. Believe in yourself. You can do anything you want. Let go of the past. Then I did affirmations.
Such as?
Everybody is a being of love and light. You are loved and appreciated. And I did this for months and months and months. That did not work either, because I really didn't feel loved inside. And I didn't feel appreciated, no matter how much I told myself, and I did tell myself that I am loved and I am appreciated. You know, this stuff may work for other people, but it didn't work for me.
Well, the truth is, you can have someone tell you you're great all day. You can tell yourself the same thing all day. But it doesn't make it happen. Only after you go back in a very specific way and disconnect the root cause of your low self-esteem, all the while preserving your newfound learnings. Only then will you be able to let it go. But when you do, you'll be surprised how easily it disappears.
Absolutely, yes.
Your unconscious mind, not only your conscious mind, has to really believe that you are self-confident, or it just won't happen. And convincing your unconscious mind is something that almost no psychologist or single book can accomplish. You need timeline therapy, because it works with the conscious mind and the unconscious mind together, at the same time. This works, it really does. This is not one single book or a cheesy subliminal waves in your ears or affirmations or being hypnotized or a raw self-convincing thing. It's a combination of tools and techniques that work together with your conscious mind and your unconscious mind to completely change the way your unconscious mind perceives you and your self-image.
Here's the thing. Every technique in timeline therapy has helped thousands of people in different ways. It's even helped where other technique, like books or seminars, didn't work. I truly believe that by learning this powerful technique, anyone can find their inner self-esteem and self-confidence, and they can achieve anything they want in their life.
Proven very effective.
That's right. That's right.
And you know, it's wonderful to be capable to feel confident in everything you do and live the life that you really want. Not the life others say you should, but what you really want. And what I'm talking about, especially now, to have the confidence to ask for a promotion, or to start a business, or find the job of your dreams. Yes, right now, with all these economic problems, and succeed at it.
Well, the Tad James Company has been in business for over 25 years now, assisting people through seminars, through the training, video and audio programs, and has a reputation of excellence that not many companies can be proud of. I know it worked for me, and I know it's going to work for everyone else who tries it.
And that's our greatest joy. That's our greatest joy.
It's been great. Tad and Adriana, thank you very much.
My pleasure.